What's going on, everyone? So I have said repeatedly, the Lakers go as far as Anthony Davis takes us. Now, LeBron James has been spectacular. He has been remarkable, and he has been our best player thus far, right? But as great as LeBron is, he's not the guy he once was. This isn't 27-year-old LeBron James where he can single-handedly win you a playoff series, right? We need to ride Anthony Davis's back. And the Anthony Davis we saw yesterday against the Cleveland Cavaliers, that is best player in the league, Anthony Davis. Guy that just controls both sides of the basketball, was decisive in his decision-making, right? Making plays for others, making plays for himself, not just settling and allowing the double team to come blowing by and getting past the double team, right? Being assertive, being aggressive, being dominant, being physical, not coming with the weak stuff. How many times do we see him just yam on everybody? Like, this is the Anthony Davis. Now, I know some people are going to say, yes, we've seen Anthony Davis play this way, but we can't see him do it consistently. And I would argue a fact, if you watch this game and you look at, or tell you what, just go look at the box score, right? Even if you didn't watch the game, go look at the box score. Go look at how many field goal attempts Anthony Davis had. Tell you what, I'll tell you, 20. He was 13 of 20 from the field. Do you know why he got that many field goal attempts? Because guys were actively trying to get him the basketball. When the team makes that effort to get Anthony Davis the basketball and he's allowed and able to go do what he is capable of doing, then this is a completely different team. But how many times do we see Anthony Davis just get completely washed while we're dribbling the basketball, killing the shot clock, and taking a bailout three or some silly attempt or whatever? No, this game, we had the plan. Get the ball to AD. AD got the basketball against a big Cleveland team and dominated, right? Was huge in the fourth quarter. How many fourth quarters has Anthony Davis completely disappeared from and will have 0 field goal attempts? Anthony Davis isn't a guard. He's not the initiator. He's not a perimeter player. He has to get established, and we have to get him the basketball. Now, that doesn't mean that Anthony Davis is off the hook, because Anthony Davis has to be more aggressive, has to be more assertive, has to demand the basketball. I have talked about this countless times. Anthony Davis becomes at times too complacent with just fading into the background. You know, insert the Simpsons meme, right? Anthony Davis in this game was more assertive, was more aggressive, was demanding the basketball, was establishing position, was going and chasing down and getting those rebounds, those offensive boards, getting those putbacks, right? We know what Anthony Davis can do defensively. He was brilliant defensively. Anthony Davis plays 65 games. There's no doubt he wins Defensive Player of the Year. He's the best defensive player in the league, best defensive player in the world. The guy's unbelievable. It's the offensive side. Now look, Anthony Davis, I know as much as we get on AD for the last 2 games in which he underperformed, he's been, for the most part this year, been pretty consistent and pretty good, right? Like he's had maybe 4 games this year, 3.5 games where he's been rough and just hasn't been the AD we need him to be. But we've played 17 games. So that means there's 14 games in which he has, where he's going and giving you 26 and 13 a game. He's going to lead the league in rebounding again this year. He's going to lead the league in shots and shot blocks. He's going to end up winning the Defensive Player of the Year again if he can play 65 games. And I don't necessarily need AD to go give us 32. But like I said, 26, 27 on a consistent regular basis. When the Lakers make that conscious effort to get AD the basketball, good things usually happen. But it was the team in general, right? Yes, AD was brilliant, but everyone really stepped up, and we shared the basketball. This was a game in which LeBron had a bad offensive night. LeBron still was good and did many good things, even on the defensive side, right? But for LeBron James standards, he wasn't LeBron James. You know, he was 8 of 23 from the field, 1 of 9 from 3. It wasn't the LeBron performance that we've been used to thus far this season. But everyone stepped up, right? This was a great game across the board for the Lakers. And we shared the basketball. 34 assists. I have screamed this till I'm blue in the face. If we get to the goal should be 30 assists a game, and every time we get 30 assists, the Lakers win. I don't think it's a coincidence that whenever the Lakers have 6 to 7 guys in double figures and they have, 27 to 30 assists, the Lakers seem to win the game because they're not being stagnant. The ball is moving. They're getting good looks. They're getting good shots. Anthony Davis is getting easy buckets. Jackson Hayes is getting easy buckets, right? Like, guys are getting easy buckets. It's putting pressure on the defense. When the Lakers do those things, it usually leads to success. But when the Lakers are just over-dribbling and running out the shot clock and taking ill-advised threes and just shot-chucking and playing careless, I don't like the turnovers. We had 18 turnovers. That we need to cut down, which Anthony Davis, by the way, needs to do a better job taking care of the basketball. I have said this before. Every time the Lakers have like 18 to 20 turnovers, you can go look. Half of them are from LeBron James and Anthony Davis. LeBron James has to do a much better job taking care of the basketball, and so does Anthony Davis. A lot of LeBron James's turnovers are just lazy. It's just like lazy passes, and it drives me crazy. Anthony Davis is more like he needs to take care of the basketball and stop falling into the traps, being more decisive, right? Which we saw better in this Cavs game. He was getting the ball, and he wasn't waiting for the double team. He was just making his decision. Or he would spin away from the double team rather than spinning into the double team. He was catching the ball, surveying real quick, making his decision, and going. That's what we need from Anthony Davis. That passive Anthony AD, no. Right? If guys are cooking and things are cruising and D'Lo and Reeves and everybody are just like shooting the lights out or whatever, I've defended Anthony Davis in games where he's had like 12 points and only took in like 8 shots, and the Lakers have won by 30. And people are like, Anthony Davis, he needs to be better. It's like, what? Like, why? I don't want Anthony Davis to go get 30 just to go get 30, just to say, one of the things that I love about Anthony Davis is that he is very unselfish for a superstar. Many superstars, they have to get their 20 shot attempts regardless. Whether we win the game or lose the game, I would rather shoot us out of the game and get my 20 shot attempts than win this game. You see a lot of superstars do that. And I love that Anthony Davis is okay with, hey, you know what? Like, Reeves has got it. D'Lo's got it. Like, all these guys have got it. Like, I don't need to take 30 shots this game. I can just lock down defensively, rebound the basketball, go get, 10, 12 points, and we can go win this game by 30. I love that. But it's knowing when and where and being able to assert yourself at any point when need be. That's where Anthony Davis lacks, and that's where the frustration lies, right? Like, I don't mind if the Lakers are looking good and we're winning the game and he only has 12 points. But like that Dallas game, he needed to step up. He needed to be more assertive. He needed to be more dominant and go out and just try to go get that basketball. I know LeBron James made that terrible pass, which shouldn't have happened, but AD's got to do a better job of getting himself in position where he can go get that basketball, right? And if he does that, Lakers are going to be in really good shape. If Anthony Davis plays the way that we know he can play on a regular basis, again, everyone has bad games. Everyone has bad moments. Everyone has bad stretches. That's fine. I don't care about that. Anthony Davis is allowed to have a bad game. LeBron is allowed to have a bad game. It's just, what do AD's bad games look like? Right? Like, the reason AD isn't the best player in the world is because his good games, yes. I mean, again, a game like this dude is by far the best player in the league. But his bad games are what makes him not. Right? Because you look at some of the best players in the league, like a Giannis, a Jokic, guys like that. They have bad games, but their bad games are still like 18 points and, 6 assists, 3 rebounds or whatever, right? Like, Giannis will have a bad game and he still go get you 20, right? Like, AD, he'll have a bad game and he's like 2 of 12, and it's just like, dude, come on. Like, that's the difference. But if Anthony Davis can be assertive, the Lakers can actively go get him the basketball. We heard LeBron and Ham and everybody talk about how this is AD's team and, this is AD's year and AD this and AD that. But then we don't make an effort to get him the basketball. I mean, even LeBron at times will not even attempt to get him the basketball, but LeBron will sit up there and scream till he's blue in the face that this is LeBron, that this is AD's team and AD's the player and AD's the best player and blah, blah, blah. Well, then get your best player the basketball, right? Like, what do most teams do? Oh, this is our guy. Get him the basketball. LeBron, you don't have it? Go get AD the basketball, right? If we need to find that balance. Find the balance of getting AD the basketball and find the balance of AD being more aggressive and assertive. And I believe we'll have more games like this from AD. I think we'll have more games of Anthony Davis looking like the best player in the world. Just my thoughts. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you agree with all my points, some of my points? How do you feel? What are your thoughts are? I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. Let's continue to do these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.